Hey everybody, it's John. I wanted to show you guys a couple ways that you can either increase your chin-up, so if you already can do a chin-up and to be able to do more of them, or getting your first chin-up. So the first thing that we'd say that would be pretty obvious, a lot of this is dependent on your body weight. So if you do have any excess body fat that would be weighing you down, losing that body weight is going to be helping you, or is going to help you be able to do more chin-ups or a chin-up. So that's usually the biggest problem with most people. Also, this is very difficult movement, and especially if you don't have the ability to do one of them, there's a bunch of things that we can do to increase it. First thing that we would do is I would say let's do some controlled negatives. So we would come up to a bar. We like to have people go palms up. What we would do is we would kind of get underneath it, and we're going to jump up. Okay, and we're going to do a nice, slow, and controlled, descent all the way down. And we step back up, we would go again. Control it, because in the eccentric phase, which is the lowering phase, we tend to have more strength. And what happens is if you kind of overload your eccentric phase, it'll get you stronger in the pulling phase as well. So that's one way to do it. And if you can do chin-ups already, what I would do is I'd add a weighted vest, and I'd make it more difficult or heavier than what your normal body weight is. Now, you could also do holds. So we would come up to a bar. We like to use the kids pull-up bar because you can change the height of it. But you're going to want to try to pull your elbows back and squeeze your shoulder blades and pull your chin above the bar, and you're going to hold this. As long as you can. This is really hard. You start shaking right away. We're going to hold this as long as you can. Depending on the person, it could be anywhere from 10 seconds, or you can even go up to over a minute. Usually, we would like to do like 15 to 25 seconds of this, maybe 30 seconds. Another way that we can get better at them is to actually do the movement. So if you can't do them, you can add a band. We like to put them on the J hooks. And then what you do is you get in a regular pull-up position, and you put your foot on the band, and we come down, and the band is going to help you from the bottom to be able to pull up all the way up above the bar. And you can add and take away bands however you need to be doing the full movement, and then going from there. Now, besides doing the movement, dropping some unwanted body fat, doing some holds, doing some negatives, the next thing is your grip strength. So if you dominate your grip strength, you're going to be way stronger, one, pushing and pulling. So we like to use, these things are called fat grips. The fat grips go onto a dumbbell, they just wrap around. And you can either do, we really like Zotman curls, where you would curl up and you would turn and then you control down, and it makes your grip wider, which is much harder to hold onto. And adding these in with a fat grip is way harder. You can also do weighted carries where we would walk and you would be holding this, and it'd be very difficult for your grip. And you want to grab this. Anytime you're doing anything with your grip, you want to make sure that you're squeezing so hard that it feels like your fingers are going to melt through the bar. One other thing, these things cost $1 at Home Depot. We use them on our specialty bars to make sure that the weights stay in. But you can see like the old school, grips where you pinch down. We're going to try to get like your hand all the way to the end. These are much harder than you would think. But getting reps in where you're squeezing back down, squeezing as hard as you can back down, squeeze. Another way to get your grip strength up so that you can get better at chin-ups or even get your first chin-up. So try out all these where we're doing negatives, you're doing holds, add a band so you can do the full range of motion, and then dominate and get your grip stronger. Try to drop some unwanted body fat, and then you'll be able to do way more chin-ups in record time, and then also be able to get your first one, which is like one of the coolest things to do in a gym. So if you guys have any questions or want more advice on this, please let me know and I'll help you.